1, 2, 3. Here we go. It is spoiler time. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. I invite you guys to a spoiler show, and I expect you to do the homework. I got to do it. I got to throw you under the bus. But you have seen Loki. Everybody seen Loki?
Yes.
3 times, actually.
Wow.
3 times. I've seen it 2.5.
Twice by myself and one with Alicia.
I'll go with Larry's count, 2.5. I watched the first 10 minutes, and I was kind of fixing dinner, and then I was like, I gotta watch that first 10 minutes all over again because it was right out the gate. Right out the gate, awesome.
Yeah, they say so much stuff about the story, like really quickly, and you're kind of like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what he said.
And all the Easter eggs galore. It's like a trash planet of Easter eggs.
Oh my gosh. we could do the whole episode just on that.
Yeah. Let's dig in. Let's do Loki stuff first, Troy, because there's just too much to talk about. We'll see if anybody else jumps in. I used classic Loki. Is this Richard E. Grant? He just did an awesome job of distracting.
Oh, they're right out the gate with that. That is like the best part of that. The whole thing.
The best move. Yeah,
making a full scale illusion of Asgard. That just blew my mind. I don't know why. It just
He's more powerful than he even knows. And I didn't make the Thanos copter out of Lego. Sorry. I know I was challenged. Yeah. Spoiler warning, if you haven't read Spidey Comics number... Thanos has a helicopter. All right. So Loki is... this is the Journey into Mystery, episode 5. They do a really cool twisting camera look inside the TVA to start it off. As things are going upside down and not as planned because the timeline is screwed. And there's the comic Journey into Mystery that the episode is named after. Good callbacks, just all over the place in this episode. From all the variants of Loki, the classic Loki, Thor stuff. Oh, here's the twisting camera shot. I like how they just start into this and they go towards the elevator, and it is going crazy for the timekeepers because they're one of the big 3. They're androids. and then it goes into this zoom shot. So whoever the director was, I think great. This is cinema quality episode. So good. Why don't you guys? I'll freeze it. You guys know what's coming up on the zoom shot?
I think the Sanctum is in there, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Right here. It's probably hard to see so far.
Yeah, and that first building, that's the Lighthouse of Alexandria, which is, I only know that because of a game that I play. But that's another one of the 7 wonders of the world.
7 wonders of the world. I was wondering, that looks familiar. I've built it in Sid Meier's Civilization games.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So they've got that. They've got the pyramids. They're going to be featuring the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in the Eternals. So there's a lot of the wonders of the world in these things.
All these other buildings are just kind of trashed. The color quality on this isn't that great. But we get a crazy shot of the Avengers Tower. Yeah. If you guys have noticed or read any other reviews, they spell it differently, but they put the Q-E-N-G on there for Kang. Kang with a Q. So we better get Kang next episode.
That's what I'm thinking.
We better.
It's spoiling a lot, man.
We're going into it this, and this is. Go ahead, Mel.
I didn't even notice that until you put that out there. It went so fast, man. And I'm like, hey, that's Avengers Tower, but I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and this is zoomed in, so this guy did a good. You cannot tell. You can tell it doesn't say a Stark.
Yeah.
Until you can zoom into this quality, and then it's spelt different, so it's really tricky. But I guess he has Jonathan Majors is going to play Kang, and some of Kang's origins are revolving around financial empire or something. So he's got to start somewhere to build all these robots. Somebody in the show is on the name of the bus. They always do that, but this is a nice shot that they zoom in on with the bus stop, and I mean, right away, all this stuff. Were you guys surprised to see the big black cloud?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
So epic. So epic.
Right.
Expect something like that.
I love the one scene where you get the angle of it, and it kind of coalesces a little bit and takes this bear form, and you see kind of these legs come down to the ground. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's like charging. It's definitely alive. What do you guys know about this character? Zippo. So it's a living tempest, whatever that means, and so it has physical manifestation, but it's completely like its own type of entity. Its name is eliath, and it is straight out of Avengers and Kang. I think they show a little bit in here. There's the purple cloud.
Wow.
Eliath the Usurper. So if that was the comics, and that other one was the CMU version, bravo.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
I like it a lot. So after we see that, I'm not sure if this guy's going to go right into it, but Sylvie is. Where do you guys want to go? What do you guys want to talk about?
At what point in the show did it cut back to Sylvie and Renslayer?
Yeah, so Sylvie and Ravonna are, still back at the TVA. And Sylvie turns the pruning baton on her and gets her tempad. But they have a discussion about Loki, that he might still be alive, and it seems like a lie. And Ravonna is, trying to save her own life. And she gives up the fact that pruned people are not completely destroyed. They can't really get rid of all the matter. So she talks about the void at the end of time, and that's what we kind of showed before. The desolate planet where everything that gets pruned gets just like trash down on this planet. And they got everything down there. There's a pirate ship. There's a spaceship.
How do you prune a pirate ship? One bad pirate ship.
Yeah.
And all the lunch trays.
All the lunch trays. What's up with the lunch trays? Like there's a pile.
You didn't feel like taking it to the you didn't feel like emptying in the garbage can, so you just get it installed.
Yeah, somebody was talking about how all the cafeterias, the TVA, they just prune all their lunch trays instead of cleaning them. They just.
Oh my gosh! It could be the TVA's cafeteria.
Well, that's where they are, because if you look, there's a lot of the like the juice boxes and everything that go along with the stuff you see in the commissary cafeteria, are with the lunch trays.
They totally would do that.
Yeah.
You didn't clean your room.
Did you notice the huge pile of lunch trays? I mean, you saw the ones on the ground, but you saw the huge pile of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Wow. So we see a lot of things there. We see the Thanos copter. That's a crazy callback to a comic and a couple other, not many sources. This show and the other one before it had me digging through my comics. I'm like, where are my Avengers comics?
Right.
I found a couple issues with Kang in it. I found an issue with Scarlet Witch in it. That was kind of cool. And I didn't have the Spidey. I had one Spidey stories. I was like, dang, Spidey stories.
Well, Hot Wheels made a Thanos copter at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're gonna have to look that one up, Troy.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's any merchandising they can get. Well, you guys called it. Let's see if they show anything else here. We got these statues, just like some heads.
Yeah, I never found anything that told you what those heads were.
No.
I mean, there were two specific heads that were interesting, but where you had the field of several of them, I didn't find anything explaining that. I mean, it's got to be something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they're just kind of littering. And some of it, I think, they're smart. They're littering the land with landmarks that stand out, so you can see these characters traverse the landscape, right? And they're 1 minute they're at the spaceship, and the next minute they're at the statue heads, and you can see the spaceship in the background, like they actually walked a mile. So they stop here and. Well, this is later in the episode, but we get a teaser of Kid Loki's flaming sword, where he kind of challenges Loki with it first, and then at the end of the episode, lets him borrow it.
Did anyone get Jurassic Park vibes when he was trying to signal Eliath?
Oh, totally.
With that sword. He's
totally.
Like with like the flare.
Yeah.
Over here.
At the T-Rex.
Right away. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I can't even focus. There's so many different visuals during this episode. So they climb down the bomb hatch where Thanos' helicopter was, and there was like a nuke up there, and they get into this bowling alley, and this bowling alley has they've just set up shop here. A bunch of misfits. Putting the kid puts a Santa's chair there for his throne, so that's pretty appropriate. There's some pinball machines, classic stuff. Williams' space mission there. And what else is in the background? Just really interesting stuff. Oh, they got the boxed wine from Roxxon, so they got a bunch.
It almost looks like a Joker hideout or something.
Oh,
yeah.
It really does. Yeah, that whole
I don't
feel to it.
Yeah, I was trying to read these letters and what's going on, and I think it just says lanes, something. It's a bowling alley. But yeah, Alligator Loki is stealing the show here.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, people are all over it. I wanted to brick build a Alligator Loki out of that alligator set. And somebody did it and instructions. I was like, okay.
Oh, jeez. You got to get on that stuff quick, man, if you want to be the first one.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get back.
Man, they're really skipping around on that.
Yeah. Well, when I watch this guy's spoiler show, he purposely does it so he's not copywriting too much straight video. I think so. He jumps around and I without listening to him. It makes sense of what he's talking about, but it's hard for me to blindly kind of jump in. But so we got to talk about the other famous Easter egg in Underground.
Throg.
I missed that the first time. I must have got up. I must have got up
when I saw that. I was like, yes, finally.
Yeah, I didn't see it the first time or something. I missed that little scene.
You clearly see the hammer, and my darkness is pretty medium. It was not turned up enough to I saw something moving and I saw the cape, but I didn't really recognize that it was a frog, and I didn't notice it was in a container.
Yeah.
It got pruned and it was inside of the container when it got pruned, right? That's why he was there.
I'm guessing the whole jar with him, that whole thing got pruned because it's like a specimen jar with the with the issue number on it.
Yeah. T365 for Thor's 365. I looked in my comics. I was like just short of collecting that one.
Of course.
I got like a bunch right up through 360 and then 369. I'm like, no Throg.
Well, I talked to my comic buddy about those, and so issue 364 is where he gets actually turned into a frog, and then 365 is when he's able to get under the hammer and lift it. And I think they're about $20 comics right now, even after the show.
That's not bad.
They're not bad, but they didn't go insane.
Yeah. What about you, Mel? You collect? You have any comics in the archives?
Not like that.
Yeah,
not like that.
No,
even so, when I saw the I got a 80-inch TV, and so you see the glass jar and the thing jumping around. I had to pause to see, and I'm looking up close, and it's like, it was interesting to me, But then you go on, like you say, you can find every comic book online, like not the whole comic book, but about the comic book online. And so you kind of get the backstory off of all of these, little Easter eggs. And it was a lot, man. Do you feel like they poured it on too much in this episode? Like all the Easter eggs, they poured it all on in one shot.
They did, but I loved it. I don't think it was too much. I really wanted to go frame by frame and just, but I don't have the ability to blow up sections of the screen to see, a better view of what I'm looking at. But I think I got most everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's that's why we're talking about it now, right? So we can whoa, I missed that. What are we talking about? And you see,
so there's the heads
and whatever those little things are,
and those birds with the ball head. Yeah, no idea. I think it's just something goofy.
Yeah, I didn't find any explanation to what those were.
But here's the Kid Loki sword. This will show the name of it actually, and we'll see the comic version. There's the name of the sword. I can't even pronounce that.
Me neither.
And
I find it so like I guess degrading almost. Like the kid had the most accomplishment out of the four Memphis.
Oh yeah.
But he still ended up down there in purgatory anyway. But he had the most accomplishments. Like, well, what did you do? What was your next? What was your next? Well, I actually did it.
What did he do? What did he do, Mel?
I killed Thor.
He killed Thor in his Nexus event.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal, yeah.
You see where it got him? Back down there in purgatory, down there.
That'll get pruned by the TVA. Yeah, those. I don't know.
I like how they did that because most people will be like, "Oh, Kid Loki, like, what? Come on." But they threw that down and you're like, oh shit, he's not so kid-like after all.
There's Throg. I can't believe they gave us this. They gave us an alligator with Loki horns, so I guess I mean that was like a big cue card to we're gonna see it. We're gonna see I guess a second name for that sword is the damaged twig. All kinds of, like Mel said, just so many Easter eggs, too much. But it's like fan service, we like to talk about this stuff. We like to explore the different things, and it's it's an outcast planet full of all these things. So what better place to have fun with it, really? All right.
Is it classic Loki time? How amazing he is.
Right?
He's powerful. He is powerful.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming. I didn't either. I thought they were just probably going to scatter away and run away, self-preservation.
Yeah, right? I thought he was going to be this decrepit old Loki, just surviving, kind of thing. But
jokes.
Nope. He's still got it. He's still got it going on.
Oh, yeah.
He had the insight. He was the one that was like, you guys are playing with these daggers and you're weakening yourself to your magical possibilities. And that was hitting the nail right on the head, because at the end of the show, they got to come together and perform this huge enchantment.
And we kind of got a little hint of that. I think it was the episode before this, I believe, when they were trying to get onto the shuttle on in that Nexus event. What was it? Lamentus 1.
Mm-hmm.
When they're trying to get on the shuttle, and Loki pushes that, he like reverses time to like put that building back where it was before it fell on him. That was like, whoa, I didn't realize he had that kind of potential with his powers. So now it's like, it's coming back to like, yeah, they really are, these Lokis really are powerful, and they're not using everything that they have. So
yeah.
I don't know if this hatch seems enchanted too. There's a symbol on it.
It was
just the lunch tray.
What I saw was that it was it had like a Hindi writing on it, like it was a bomb shelter from India.
And there's a good shot of Frog Thor.
That's just awesome.
Froggy Thor.
All right, well, let's get into Sylvie's adventure here. She's with Miss Minutes and Ravonna, and they're trying to make a truce here a little bit. Here's them shaking hands. She gives the tempad back. Let's find who's at the who's the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, Miss Minutes is being shady. All that stalling she was doing, I'm like, no.
I thought she was just like a Jarvis type
That's
thing.
That's kind of what I thought, but now
she's got her own like
cartoon
cognitive ability.
Yeah,
or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she made up this spacecraft. What about the Void spacecraft just to stall for time? So very interesting. I kind of like, if we don't get Kang exactly, maybe it's like Miss Minutes as an android or something out at this castle, but I really think we'll see some form of Kang. But yeah, so Miss Minutes and Sylvie, you know, the guards barge in, Sylvie hides, and then she self-prunes herself, which is interesting. She wakes up in the void in a bus and kind of takes for the hills, runs away from eliath, and we get the pizza truck coming up.
So did you notice that in the bus that it looked like she woke up in a nest?
Was it a
because
nest?
there was what I saw, or what I thought I saw, were large eggshells, but also like a nest made of twigs and sticks.
Let's see if we can get it.
And there's a big hole in the ceiling of that bus where eliath comes into.
I mean, it's not like the bus has been there a while, so you're right. Maybe there was something living in there other than her. And she breaks out, and we see some San Francisco Golden Gate there in the background. It's just oh yeah. So she enchants quickly the being, this living tempest, and just to get a glimpse of what might be hiding. And she sees the meteor, if you will, at the end of time, and she sees this castle so quickly. I don't think I've stopped on this shop before. That's some cool architecture. And there's a light in the tower, and that's what is kind of like basically the Wizard of Oz castle.
Yeah. When she touched eliath briefly, that reminded me of like a Quicksilver scene, because she slowed down, but her magic was going faster. So it reminded me of Quicksilver.
Yeah. Oh, right. Interesting. Like, part of that's to let us know. I don't know. See a little bit, but anyway.
You don't want to give too much away. They already have, but
Yeah, they're leading into it. So Mobius gets a little redemption arc here. He pulls up in the Pizza Hut car and saves Sylvie, kinda, and they run away only to change their mind. Here we see the Sphinx and the pyramids, and that has huge Kang references also.
Did you notice the Sphinx has a nose?
Did it have a nose?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And those bridges, those are actually, so though that's 2 bridges, because the Golden Gate Bridge only has 2 towers. But
It looks like the Brooklyn. Maybe it's the Brooklyn.
The Bay Bridge on the Oakland side was the other one, but it looked like they were like put together or they were next to each other. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So the ones the ones with the X's in them, that's the Bay Bridge, not the Golden Gate.
Is that right? Well, she gets away. And her plan is to enchant eliath. And the other guys are having a little, I guess we need to talk about that first. The other guys here down in the bowling alley are having a little disagreement. As you would think, all the Lokis betraying each other left and right. Just nothing but lies and betrayal. And while they're fighting with each other, Loki, well, I guess our little team of Lokis get to slip away. They talk about wolves and snakes a little bit, just to call back different things in Asgardian lore. And the guard dog. But President Loki's team here, you think they're gonna be like, all right, let's take these guys out. And boastful Thor turns on Kid Thor, and I think they'll show it here. The other guys turn on President. Oh, he loses his hand first.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was great.
Loki Gator for the win.
Nice.
So
Oh
just
my gosh.
it was
And then
kind
he
of
gets-
cheap that he did that, but it worked. It worked.
So classic Loki, to save the day, causes a hologram, and they escape through this portal he makes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some skills.
Yeah.
Super skilled.
The magic skills are no joke.
So one of the little Easter eggs that I missed the first time, although when I saw it, I'm like, that looks familiar, but it was so badly wrecked that I didn't really spot it. But Red Skull's rocket plane thing that he escapes his big factory in Captain America: First Avenger, that's got the 3 engines that spin.
Is that
they
what?
walk like right under that thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not what this is.
That's not it. No.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Another space station kind of looking thing.
I wonder what that house is. I bet that house has some importance.
Oh.
It seems prominent.
Other than like with this picket fence and stuff, it's kind of, again, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kansas like.
Mm-hmm.
Here we see Kid Loki with some sort of device that allows him to kind of predict where something's going to get.
I didn't really explain that.
No time to get into
He just
how he made
has
that.
it all of a sudden.
And boom, we see the big ship that we saw in the trailer, the U.S. Eldridge, appear. And we talked about that last time, how it has connections to the Philadelphia experiment and them trying to mimic some or invent some cloning technology, or not cloning, but cloaking technology. And eliath is right on top of this crew. And we kind of see how devastating and powerful.
Yeah, it sucks for them. I mean, and I'm guessing this is what happens to everybody if you're not a Loki when you show up in the void.
Or if you're not fast enough to run, like
Yeah.
and survive, like Lokis do. They get eaten up, and nothing's left but a rusty ship now. I mean, they threw everything they had at it. Oh, here's another scene we can talk about later.
I love Loki's response after that. Like, maybe we should think a little more about this.
Yeah, maybe we should rethink that plan. So before he sees Sylvie, we get a little callback to B-15 in some sort of secret cell in the TVA. And not much going on here other than, her just prodding Ravonna that I don't know if you're going to find who's behind this curtain because you just want it and Sylvie needs it. Like she's been living her whole life on the run. Some other conversations going on. Mobius, they're kind of hiding out in a little barbershop.
Yeah, it's a barbershop, and they're eating one of those weird bird things with the balls on their heads.
No way are they eating them.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Let's see. Here it is. There's Mobius. They're kind of talking about how it's never too late to change. That was the big message, I think. And the gator. This is where they talk about the shark tank, and why isn't it a gator tank? I don't know. So, but man, Richard E. Grant, what a acting job! He's wearing that silly costume and just nailing it.
Right.
And they actually say the words "behind the curtain," "man behind the curtain" in this episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we'll talk about this in a minute. But they, when they chant eliath, it draws back a curtain.
True.
And there he goes into the green magic.
I just connected to the dots between this between this conversation that they had and towards the end.
What's that?
When Classic Loki said that he wasn't going to help, this is as far as I take you to eliath. But yeah, he changes his mind to actually help the cause.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And sacrifices himself because Mobius is kind of like it's never too late to change.
Yeah.
Anyone else think he escaped somehow?
I would love that because
I mean, if he fooled the Mad Titan,
Exactly.
he could probably fool us. But I think that was a good way out. Like they used the line in Black Widow, "This is a good way to die." So we got to talk a little bit about Loki and Sylvie here having a conversation. So the other crew is inside the barbershop. These two are outside talking, sitting together, looking cute. It's cold. He gets the blanket. The magical blanket's there. I can't believe he only put the blanket around himself.
he didn't want to come off too strong,
right? They talk about their moment, and then he does do the magic trick again, and they have a little cuddle, and discuss how maybe they can figure out their future together.
There's the Thanos ship.
So that's
the Dark Aster.
That is Ronan's
ship. That's Ronan's ship. You're right.
Ronan's ship, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought it was Thanos at first viewing, and then at second.
I think that's just one of Thanos' ships. I mean, I think he has a bunch of them that look just like that because I think in Endgame you saw some of those getting destroyed by Captain Marvel.
Right.
But
it's the style of Kree ship, right? I think he's Kree too with the blue skin.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're gonna see some Skrull and some Kree and all kinds of stuff coming up. This is just like a crazy confetti of Marvel events happening in this void.
Did you guys notice the helicarrier that had the big Hydra symbol on the deck?
Oh, it had the. I didn't see that part.
It wasn't Shield. It was Hydra.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Oh, it had a Hydra symbol on it. I didn't notice
Detail.
that. Let's see if we can find it. So all we're basically doing is like discussing all the Easter eggs in this episode, and where we get to. So yeah, they have a nice touchy moment here too. Redemption arc for Mobius. He gets to go back to the TVA and possibly
burn it down.
Take him down. Take him
down. Kid Loki gives Loki that sword here. Oh,
and the Living Tribunal head. That was the other one that
There's the Living Tribunal. It's like 3 faces kind of covered with a cloth.
That's what Corey was talking about. Nice.
Yeah, that was quick, but you definitely noticed it. Not that close up. But there he is in the comics. Yeah, we see him a lot in Cosmic Lore, and that's the Tribunal staff that Mordo had.
Mm-hmm.
So, some Titan stuff. There's the head again. Doctor Strange could be a factor with that character. There's the
helicarrier.
There's the helicarrier. That's the wing with the turbo thruster sticking up. You're saying there's some Hydra on there?
Yeah.
How do you? Oh, there's a good shot. Where?
Oh,
it's right. I mean, it's like that reddish, kind of right there in the center. I watched one that had a much better view of that.
There. Maybe it could be a skull and a Hydra symbol, and it's reddish right here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's the black and red Hydra. I don't even think this guy caught it. These skeletons, I think, are like in the first Avenger movie when they're fighting.
Oh yeah. They look like
the alien beings, and their ships even were like organic.
Chitauri.
Those big Chitauri, whatever those.
Yeah, they had like
dragon
whale.
thing.
Yeah, some of them were smaller, and then they had the whale-sized one. I'm not sure what these look a little smaller, but craziness, so many things. There's just an oil thing out here. I don't know. Just like I think marker points, so we can kind of get the span of how big this area is.
Yeah.
So here's Troy's favorite part, and I loved it too. I mean, it's got to be everyone's favorite part, right?
Yeah. I loved all that. I mean, he did every street and stone and statue. I mean, it was epic.
No, I thought this was somebody standing here when I first saw this little pole. I thought, I thought he made people too. But yeah, that was awesome. All of Asgard, and that will cause a distraction.
And Asgard looks a lot like the Emerald City.
It does. That's what I thought. I was like, man, this is really good. It's like
that is true, huh?
Yes.
Good point.
I was just going to say that too. Especially with the green and the shape of it.
Not even think of that.
That's Emerald City for sure. So well done, Marvel, and classic Loki. Very glorious.
Yeah, and I love when he just laughs as he's just about to get and
so serious.
It's also because he stops his magic right before he gets swallowed up. So
and the city's gone. So yeah, you're right. I'm like, we can always do it in Marvel, right? We can.
Mm-hmm.
They show people disappear, and we believe they're dead because it was a big explosion or whatever. And you see just his helmet. It's like. Anyway, yeah, that was awesome. All right, so we're getting there. Loki and Sylvie are learning to work together and enchant this huge eliath being to stop it and get past it. It's guarding something, and we are looking forward to next episode. They just barely figured it out. The grand finale episode. Where we get to go here.
Yes.
Where is there?
Wherever Kang likes to hide out.
The end of time.
Don't look behind the curtain. Don't look behind.
Yeah, and Marvel likes to trick us and and pull the curtain back, and but they kind of already did that, you know.
It's not Kang, it's Dr. Doom, you know. I mean,
they killed the timekeepers really quickly.
It did look like Castle Doom. It did.
Oh my gosh, if it was Doom instead. They're just not ready to do that, I don't think. But
it does look like it, though.
It is a bit of a lighthouse at the end of all time. I don't know that I'd live there. But we're talking about some supreme beings here. So these guys are just lore. And Kang does make a lot of robots of himself or versions of himself. So, those being androids was not too much of a surprise. We get some of the other variants in this ever-changing credits shot we're all reading into. And that's the end of the episode. I don't believe we have a post-credit scene in this one. It's just like to be continued. What'd you think, Mel? Favorite episode?
Yeah, that's I can see why y'all saw it like 3 times and 2 times and stuff like this. A lot. I mean, if you blink, you missed it. But I'm definitely gonna watch this one again. I saw it twice, but I feel like I missed some stuff along the way because it was winding up and then it's like, you know, over the river and through the woods, and then you're rushing to grandma's house and it was like, oh wait, what was that? So it's just I'm definitely gonna watch it again. But yeah, I can't wait until the next episode because I'm intrigued about, you know, the lighthouse. I mean that house, that castle that's sitting there. Like I'm intrigued by it. I want to know who's over there. I just got a funny feeling they're just gonna leave us hanging and we'll never get there. They'll tell us some backstory somewhere.
Well, they have showed in some of the trailers them fighting in that, because there's still some trailer footage that we haven't seen in the actual episodes, and they occur in what we imagine is the castle. So I know there's one scene of Loki actually walking up to the front door. There's another one of Sylvie doing some hand-to-hand fighting in what looks like a big library in that castle, we presume. So who lives there?
Who's over there?
I don't know. It's got to be Kang. Wow, I just pulled up this guy's channel, and he just posted 44 minutes ago. Loki deleted scene breakdown. Loki versus Frog Thor.
What?
Deleted scene. Yeah. What? He just posted
that from?
This is the guy I watch for all my reviews, or one of 2. So something may have happened before that, and then they got buried under the lunch trays. That's crazy. I wouldn't, some stuff must hit the. Oh, Chris Hemsworth voicing something. Would he have Chris Hemsworth's voice? Oh, that'd be freaking hilarious.
They'll use his voice and frogify it.
Right.
Right. Oh my gosh. Frog Thor. Everybody's all about Frog Thor. I really do kind of want to build something Lego Frog Thor. I wanted to do that more than the Thanos copter.
Well, it reminds me of when Thor got locked in the cell in Avengers. Because that was like a great big jar.
Oh, right. That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to have to watch that later. He is just probably talking about some sort of rumor other than that shot of Chris Hemsworth doing some voice acting.
Well, Doc Samson just joined the chat, and he said Immortus.
Immortus.
So,
Immortus is like a future version of Kang. It's like his his ultimate upgraded self, the older version of Kang, Immortus. And they could give us Immortus in that castle before they give us Kang. It would be kind of a throw. Like I could see him doing that. Like you thought it was Kang, but it's this guy, Immortus, and not really tell the general public what's going on. But we can read into it and still wait for the first appearance of Jonathan Majors as Kang in an actual movie like Ant-Man Enter the Quantumverse. So he lives at the end of time. Very good, Doc. Man, Kang is a variant. Yeah, he's going to have like a whole bunch of versions of himself. I think that's who they're going to be fighting. They're going to be like fighting multiple versions of Kang, and then maybe see something else there, Mortis at the end of time. What do you know, Troy? Pretty good? Did you find some Lokiverse stuff at Marvel Land? What you just visited? Where did you go?
Yeah, so I just went to Disneyland with Alicia to check out the new Avengers Campus.
Avengers Campus.
Originally, I thought it was only going to be at 35% capacity, but it was actually at 100%.
Really?
During the summertime.
Yeah.
So there was quite a bit of people there.
Wow.
But we did get to go on the new ride, which was very impressive. The technology was very impressive.
Some sort of spider ride, right?
Yeah. It's got this like special like mocap that tracks your arms. So you have to you're spitting webs basically out of your hand, and it projects that onto a big screen in front of you. And and it's like point based. So like your spiders these spider drones like are self-replicating, and they start getting out of control, and they take over this old Stark Motors facility, which is where their academy, this web academy is. So you have to go around and like destroy all the spiders.
Cool.
But yeah, it's like it tracks your score, how much you get, and it's pretty impressive.
Drone spiders, like
drone spiders, yeah. Very impressive.
Cool.
We had to wait a long time to get on it, but was happy that I was able to experience it. And I gotta say though, I was a little I think I was expecting a little too much from this Avengers Campus. I was expecting it to be more like Galaxy's Edge.
I was gonna say, can you compare it to Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like fully immersive like Galaxy's Edge is, but it's just not the case.
But see now. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh no. See now, we, listening to your stories kind of got me a little bit worried, because I definitely want to see it, because they teased the campus in the Avengers game, like the game that they came out for PlayStation. They teased that, and so you're thinking it's like a big, I don't know, like a college campus convention type of thing, like an expo convention, right?
Oh wow.
So, and I'm thinking that it's so much more to see than just one ride.
Right.
And now, what you're telling me, I'm about to come to tears, because I want to go back out there. I want to see it, but I don't want to be disappointed.
I definitely think you should at least experience it once. And from what I saw, it didn't look like everything was completely open yet. Yeah. Like the actual facade of the actual like main building of Avengers Campus isn't even open yet. You can't even go inside of it. So they didn't even have that open yet. Yet they had the automatic sliding doors there.
Is it by the Guardians of the Galaxy ride? Is it right around
Yes.
there? Okay.
Yes. It's right adjacent to that. So yeah, they had the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and then they kind of
and that one's pretty
branched off of
immersive.
that.
Like you go into the collector's room, you're going through this tower as you're waiting through the line. Like it's massive to see it from like a distance, and then you get there, and that ride was awesome. That was like the best ride of the day. Watching a movie and then like going up and down in this elevator.
Yeah,
and there's an aspect of that in the new web ride. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
So now we get a web ride.
Yeah, so you're shooting webs, but before that, there is like some immersive things that are going on to like set the stage for the story and all that stuff. So there's still that.
There's that. So there's two big rides.
Two big rides. The campus part, they have every once in a while during the day, they'll have like live action fight scenes. So when we were there, they had Black Widow and Taskmaster and Captain America, and they were up on this like ledge in front of the campus, like fighting and stuff. They had the Doctor Strange area too, to where like there would be an event going on inside of that. So there was stuff going on, but not nearly as much as what Galaxy's Edge has right now, in my opinion.
All right.
Disappointing.
Pims Kitchen was cool. The food was a little underwhelming. I got to be real with everybody. It was a little underwhelming for me. I probably should have went with the pretzel. That's like the whole thing. That's like the whole premise of the Pims Kitchen is like they've got these
Doc
pretzels.
says no pictures.
He's got pictures. Oh, no. He got pictures on his Instagram. He put them up.
I got stuff that I can show you.
Let's see your souvenirs. Let's see some souvenirs.
Some overpriced merchandise that we got.
You got my hand. Yeah.
So here's this water belt bottle.
All right. Yeah, keep in mind the stock.
Oh.
It says Avengers Campus on it.
Kind of looks.
I'm so mad because I'm sure they probably had everything. Like they had all the merch out, but you can't see the whole entire campus. I'm so mad.
So it lights up. You do this, and it comes off the cap.
Put your water in on ice.
So that's a water bottle that lights up. $25.
Oh, you can electrocute yourself while you're drinking. That's nice. That's great.
Yeah, they have like 3 warnings on the tag for this is to say not to immerse it completely in water.
Oh, right.
It's not watertight.
Hey, it's a water bottle, but it lights up. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Immerse it completely in water.
Nothing like electrical drink.
Shocking.
So I had to get something from Pims Kitchen too. So this is a flight of beer that you can get.
Oh, nice.
It's like an oversized ruler.
Oh,
and they come with these like hard plastic, not glass, unfortunately.
Oh, they're like
plastic.
Oh.
Yeah. It says Pim Test Kitchen on it.
Okay.
But you get the beer inside too.
Right.
You can also get these little the Pim canisters.
Pim particle canisters.
Pim particle canisters, which actually light up, so you can tell them to put it in your drink and it'll light up the drink. But I don't want to do that.
What's going on with lighting up some drinks, man?
Drinks.
So they got a blue one too.
That's what we got to look for in the future, like your drink light up.
Oh yeah, they had that before Avengers Campus.
I got one of those ice cubes with the
the ice cube.
What was that restaurant?
Oh, that's interesting.
So they got some like I don't even know what that is. It's like scientific measurements. I'm not smart enough to know what they actually are.
Tony Stark's
property of Tim. That's decent.
That's cool. I mean, this is $35, you know, with the beer.
$35
with the beer. With
like I said,
take it or leave one beer.
No.
You have 4, but they're like
it's
like 5 ounces of beer probably.
Yeah,
okay. I thought you were beerless.
No, it comes with the beer. I already drank it all though.
Okay. All right. How was the beer? Was the beer like IPA-ish? Was it, like Was it really, you know?
Well,
Was
it's
it
4
flat?
samples, probably 4 different flavors, right?
Yeah.
There was like a hard seltzer one. There was like a craft beer one. There was like a more like a fruity. So there was like they were very different, very distinct tasting alcoholic
thirsty now.
beverages. Yeah.
I ain't taste that one. I need another sample. I need.
At least you got a magnet.
Oh, that's
Oh, you
cool.
got magnet? Okay, cool. All right.
This is very heavy, very, very hard metal. Yeah. And then a pin she likes to do the pins, the pin trading. So she got the Avengers Campus pin.
Mm-hmm.
And she also got a sweatshirt, I think, but I don't have it here. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can get there, but I didn't go too crazy because I didn't need to.
Lose your shirt. You can lose your shirt in there. I've seen some stuff on YouTube, like a guy went in there, and you know you can buy all types of the web, I guess the robots, the Spidey robots and stuff like that, and then they come with different shells and all that. And by the end of your $1,000, you know you probably can't even buy yourself a drink. So
we didn't do that.
It's called merchandising.
Yes.
They also had these goggles. They had these goggles you could put on, and they had LEDs inside, and they could make emotions. Like they would do certain visual, like emoticons of the eyes, which was kind of neat.
So, did you see the Spidey show here?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You saw that?
They didn't have Spider-Man.
Oh, you missed this one?
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't see Spider-Man at all.
I would have waited for this one.
We had Black Widow, Taskmaster, and Captain America that day.
So check this out. This guy does the scene. He goes into the building, right? And there is this next.
I didn't see this.
All right, he's in there for a minute. And he's getting harnessed up.
Oh, this is the robotic.
Yeah, that's a robot.
Yeah, I was like, where the heck is that? Because I saw videos of that thing, but I never.
And then they got a different guy, I think, on a string here. But they like trained a robot to do aerobics. Like
what?
Yeah,
yep. It's a robot.
See that again? I know it's like. Yeah, well, I don't know if they're talking about it in here, but like, yeah, they had to like experiment with the robot, like doing like Olympic moves to do this.
They didn't shoot it out of a cannon because he went flying. Like,
yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
And it looks like look at the motion. He does a nice somersault.
But how does it land? How does it land, friend? How does it land?
Right. Probably a big airbag, but they like.
They probably do. You're right. They probably have to put on a big airbag. Say no way it's gonna land on his feet.
Look at him. Oh, that's cool. All right.
You look at it like, hey, like nothing ever happened. Like that wasn't you. That wasn't you.
There's the Spidey. All these drone things in the background. Looks fun. Yeah, you should have waited for. Now you know. You got to go watch that one.
She done had a good time. Look.
These guys spoil the show. They tour all the things. Look at all the. I mean, that looks like you're right. Not super immersive, but.
Oh no, they definitely had some little Easter eggs and knickknacks and things that you could find there. Like they had a couple Loki things in some canisters.
Get your supplies.
Like from the show. Yeah, that's where you get the drones.
Oh, the early shield.
There was some cool stuff there. But they're restricted to what was there before, because they basically just took away a Bug's Life, the A Bug's Life area, and they redid it for Marvel stuff.
So the Dora Milaje in Disneyland singing and dancing. What is going on?
I didn't see this either.
This looks like this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, you're close enough that you can go back and stuff, but You wanna like take it all in.
Yeah, that's like a 2-day thing, isn't it?
Oh, there's the
I don't know.
remnants.
So yeah, I saw that.
Strange.
The only problem with that, is you have to actually be inside of that area to see what's going on. If you're not, you won't be able to see much because there's like trees and bushes like all around that. So
Oh my gosh, there's another show here.
if you're on the outside, you can't see it.
I can imagine like these guys are there on like an early release day or something, that if you went on a jam-packed weekend,
It was packed.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get in there.
you probably couldn't even see this. Like
I couldn't even get in
people's
there.
heads.
Yeah, that happened twice when I was there, and I couldn't get in there.
Oh, it's gonna be just a video screen. Looks like.
Video stream, so nobody's coming out, nobody's popping out.
It's coming out. But the magic is definitely just a screen there.
Oh,
They got an actor for Doctor Strange. There's a sling ring move. Well,
Interesting.
Wow, there's a whole show here. Holy cow, this is like a whole performance.
Snow Cumberpatch.
All right, well, we'll save that for another time. Let's see, what else do we see here?
that's a cool picture thing.
Here's some eats.
Oh, what is that, friend?
That heat lamp, Pims Kitchen.
Shawarma.
Oh, shawarma, that's what it is.
I don't know.
Shawarma, the shawarma cart.
Yeah, there's a shawarma cart.
Here's the task.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw.
It's fighting by this Quinjet. It's at the campus. Yeah.
Oh, they got a Quinjet. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wish you could actually walk up there and look at it, but
It looks pretty
That'd
cool.
be a cool ride, like they do with the Millennium Falcon. Make a ride with the Quinjet. Like,
yeah, you never know. Maybe they'll open that up later. I don't know.
Oh, I see that it's Pims Kitchen. There's the pretzel.
Yeah, so so that's pretty cool. That was
Oh, you get a huge giant
Yeah.
pretzel.
and it's big.
They're like,
It's
we'll
really
take a
big.
normal little pretzel and bam, make it.
It's
a huge
pretty
one.
huge. Like people come out and it's like
That's funny. Shrinking problems, growing solutions.
that's a lot of bread to be eaten, bro.
Yeah.
well after that flight of beer, it's not so bad.
You're gonna back up some plumbing after you eat that pretzel.
That was the other
Weird.
problem. That was the other issue that I had was the restroom in that area was not big enough. It was not. There was like 3 urinals or 4 urinals and 3 stalls, and that was it.
That's
And there was always a line. It was I thought
Oh.
they should have gone bigger with that.
Looks like they show the bathrooms in here.
Oh, look at that.
There's
that is not a real bathroom. Is that
They're
the real
probably
bathroom?
yeah,
saying-
with nobody in it, right? And there's
That would-
the
That
garbage.
cannot be the real bathroom. You see how dirty that thing was?
This is Disneyland you're talking about.
Oh, they got
Oh
the
hell no!
There's the spider bot. Remote control.
Yeah, spider bot. How much is a spider bot?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Probably about like $200.
Yeah.
And then they come with the little $50.
Oh, 150.
Yeah, right.
150.
150, 150.
Yeah.
And then you got the
gotta go
little
like-
shells that go on top of it. You could change what it looked like.
There's like 3 different ones, I think.
Yeah.
Like an Iron Man one, Black Widow one, and a Wasp one.
All right.
A regular one.
Well, I will do a shameless plug for my reviews, my video contents. I don't think I would get in trouble on my show, but
No, sure.
Troy went to Avengers Campus, so we changed our Black Widow to Avengers Campus spoiler show. And I get that tour from Ordinary Adventures. There are a couple that are pretty funny. They go in and buy things and see what's new. And the other footage I get is from Emergency Awesome. Good spoiler shows to complement our spoiler show. Just a bunch of Lego guys hanging out, talking about Marvel stuff and Lego sets. I think we're over an hour. So I am going to cut the Black Widow, unfortunately, from this spoiling thing, so more of us can watch it. And we'll try again next week, and we'll recap a finale of Loki. We will talk more Black Widow because I can't even I don't want to ruin it for my friends.
Well, thank you.
Ruin it.
Like I could just pop right in and
Ruin it.
There's
That's
a twist,
and
there's action, and there's drama, and there's female assassins, and
yes, everybody loves female assassins.
The Red Room, and all those things. Like it's not too much of you kind of know where she ends up, right? We all kind of know the end of Black Widow's story, but they do a little bit of a baton toss to carry the torch, and but I think even that is a little bit of a twist, and I can't wait to talk more about that with you guys next time on the Superhero Spoiler Show. So thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay awesome, and we'll see you guys later.
Cool. See ya.